Hello, this is George Senda, the real, official, authentic, original, the one, the only, the official, the guy from Pittsburgh, except no cheesy YouTube commentators, imposters, or banks that put pending deposits on your stimulus check. Well, we didn't get ours yet. The ironic thing is our credit union, where we have the account for the car, they told me at 4:15 that pending deposits are going in there. So if we had our account at the credit union, we'd have to check stimulus deposit. I am absolutely frozen every inch of my body. I go out to feed the cats. I fed Mama Cat Kitten. Tiny one rubbed against me. Gray, Chauncey, and Orangey finally came up for petting and loving and ate 2 things of salmon. So I walked to the Amtrak, and the more the sun goes down here, the colder it gets. The winds start picking up. It's 15-mile-an-hour winds out there. Was frozen at the Amtrak, going to Safeway. It's freezing in the Safeway. It's freezing out of the Safeway. And I waited for the bus and walked home, and I am ice cold. They had some girls doing some kind of exercising practice at the high school. They're dressed in sweats and sweatshirts. I don't know how they do it, because I would have been frozen solid in 5 minutes. But, and a horrible attack today on Market Street in San Francisco. A 57-year-old Asian man from Vallejo was walking down the street. This guy comes up and he starts beating the living hell out of him, knocked on the ground unconscious, and he has multiple injuries. So it's getting more and more dangerous in the city. And I'm so glad, much as I love San Francisco, I'm so glad I don't live there anymore. Well, we had freeze warnings this morning. I had to run the heater till noon to go to sleep, and I think there may be freeze warnings tonight. It's 44 right now, but it feels like 30, and I'm not going to Iowa. I'm sorry. I'm not going to Minnesota. I read that wrong. I'm not going to Minnesota. I have friends who live in Minneapolis and St. Paul, and one of them send me videos of his balcony frozen over like Antarctica. And I've posted the YouTube in the past, so I know how cold. I watch a lot of live storms media that has weather from and tornadoes and hurricanes from all over the country, and snow and blizzards, which they're having in Colorado and Wyoming. So I know cold weather, and I don't like cold weather. I go out without a jacket because when I go out, it's warm. By the time the sun goes down, then I'm freezing, what off. So, okay. And then I come back home, and little girl, I think, wanted food, but she's lying on the electric blanket, so she's happy. Okay, here's what I got. I got chunky chicken breast. Someone downstairs left some fruit. They do that. People leave stuff that they don't want. Unsweetened applesauce, mandarin oranges, which will be yummy. And I'm not sure what Duluth, Minnesota is. Oh, I know it's up there somewhere. Peaches. I got 2 bottles of Wishbone Thousand Island dressing to replace that horrible Tuscan House. They said I can bring that back so I can eat my salad tomorrow. No fructose, or something, less sodium, less sugar, ketchup. I'm out of ketchup. I go through a lot of ketchup. Ginger ale, and the only thing that warms me up for some reason, coffee doesn't warm me up. Hot chocolate warms me up. And steak and roasted potatoes. Ham and cheese scramble for tomorrow. Hopefully the stimulus will be in. 3 boxes of matzo. I ate Kathy's 2 boxes. I had to get matzo. And a very strange, very weird looking pizza, but they had it on $1 off. Wild Mike's Ultimate Pizza. 100% all natural. No artificial anything. Inside red pepper and Italian spice. I'm not going to be using either one of those. 2 pounds of pizza. So at some point I'll be eating this. This is the I stimulated the economy tonight. $38. And I will put this in the icebox. It'll give me a moment. I'm not going to stay on very long tonight because I am just, every inch of my body is just cold. So I just want to finish my hot chocolate. Maybe I'll eat the chili or something, or the steak, and crawl into bed with the cats. I was so happy that Orangey finally came to see me. Everybody got food tonight before it got dark and cold. Yeah, Swiss Miss with the marshmallows. The only cocoa to buy. I've gotten when it's on sale Nestle's, but it doesn't do it. Okay, give me a moment. Oh, and my knees, both knees started hurting when I was walking. And we are supposed to get rain starting at midnight. It may rain all day tomorrow. It's going to rain all day Thursday. Kathy says, are we still going out? I said, I guess so. Now something, I must have hit I keep hitting the water bottle and spilling water on the floor. But I said, if it rains tomorrow, I don't know if I want to go out. I don't want to get drowned. I may take the cool time with me and call Lyft and just take the bus to Sun Valley, and then when we go to Food Max, just have them take us. We'll stop at the credit union. Instead of $350, I'm going to give $400 to Kathy if we get the check, because I want a car. I'm tired of walking in pain and going ow ow and stopping at parking meters every 10 feet because my knees start to hurt. Yes, I know, that's my weight, that's part of it, but part of it is the injury from December. It's not healed. I was walking pretty good before that guy had to go flying through the air, so, yeah, there's the Swiss Miss in my, and this morning I had Fuzzy, who kept moving in the bed, curling up to me and getting closer and closer and wanting more and more petting. And little girl was sleeping on my hip. So anyway, I now have, by the way, 7 cans of pears. I like fresh pears, but that's all right. I got fruit now. I don't have to go buy fruit. And the kitties love the pouches. The Friskies, or whatever, yeah, Friskies pouches. Orangey went crazy, so that's what's going on. Navy Federal Credit Union, one of the biggest credit unions in the country that caters to Navy personnel, veterans, and their families, but anybody who has been in the military or their families can join. They said they got check early, and it's already going into ACH deposits with no hold today. So. And they have a very good series of credit cards there. So, and I talked to the bank briefly about what to do when we're ready to take a loan on the car fund. They said, just come in. They'll tell you how to do it. The interest is going to be high. I said, I don't care about the interest. I don't want to spend money for a car, and if it's a good car, then we have nothing to show for it for the second car, and I have to save up 2 years for the second car. So what I want to do is buy the first car, take a loan to buy the first car, get the money out, and then pay the loan off, then take the second car, do a second loan for that. And then, in the meantime, I will save money for a computer loan so I can get the Mac Money 1X or whatever. And there's talk, Luke Miani said, there may be no event on April 23rd because Apple always sends invitations out. And someone said, it's virtual, why would they send invitations out? Everybody knows it's going to happen on the 23rd. And he gave down 15 or 20 different rumors of all the new products that might come out. And I said, Apple does what they want. They do a lot of this to stop the Mac trolls who Mac rumor mongers, rather. They put out what product they want when it comes. I've been to one of those events, and it's a mob scene. I went to one of the developers conference once because I was on the Apple developers list a long time ago, and it was must have been 15 or 20,000 people in the auditorium there. So South of Market, it was nuts, and everything they did, people cheered. So. And they're not doing it here, but around the state. They're reopening theaters, and Gavin Newsom has a new campaign to try to stop the recall. He's frightened to death that he's going to be thrown out of office. And I'm convinced it's going to happen. And Biden has a huge tax plan to come up with money for the infrastructure program. And Nancy Pelosi is blaming Trump for the refugees coming into the United States. And the Democrats complained about kids in cages, and now the cages are full of kids. And that's not Trump's fault. He's no longer in office. These people, when Biden put everybody come into the country, they just sent their kids over the border. So you get what you pay for when you vote. And I'll make this prediction now. Biden will be a one-term president. He probably won't live out his term. Kamala Harris will take over. She'll run for election on her own, and she will be, unless we put another Romney or John McCain or Bob Dole, hi, I'm Bob Dole, she'll be soundly defeated. Gas prices are going up. Food prices are going up. Everything's going up. The Fed claims there's no inflation, which is ridiculous. And he's going to raise the corporate tax rate to 28% and raise the individual tax rate. Even the lower end people that save $6,000 under the Trump tax plan are going to be taxed. It's going to, we need this economy to recover, not to be killed by higher taxes after it's already been damaged economically. So, anyway, welcome, Robert, by the way. So I didn't make an announcement when I was going to be on because I slept till 1 o'clock finally, but it took about 2 hours to warm up in here with running the electric heater. I couldn't get warm. Finally got warm enough to shut off the electric heater, jacks my bill up something. This is why if I ever win the lotto, I'm going to make sure my house has a fireplace, several of them, so that the power goes out, I can remain warm. Whoops. Hold on. That was a mistake. And last night, of course, was Troll City. And I had to block this guy who brought up the stuff about Kathy, the nonsense. And somebody said, he may have meant well. Well, he mentioned the word, basically violence against Kathy, and I don't do that. And Kathy has said repeatedly, I don't do this. So, and she has said publicly that if I did, she would leave me. She would break up with me. So, okay, and I just talked to her a couple minutes ago. She's going to sleep. She's doing a lot of sleeping lately, too. And this is the address, of course, where you can send gift cards, checks, money orders for the cats. Change that. So, we will see. No, Kathy is not going to get the vaccine. And I talked to someone else that I know on the phone and long distance, and they're not going to get the vaccine. So, I wish she would. I don't want my girlfriend to die of this crap. But other than going to the store, she doesn't go out much. So, And we're going to go to the mall tomorrow. We're going to go to Red Robin. We're going to the bank. We're going to go to Rasputin's. We're going to go to C's. And then we're going to try to go to Food Max and Costco. That is, if it's not pouring rain. Hello, Mazen. Is it Mazen or Mazen? Every time I see that, I think Mazel Tov. And Top Cat wrote me saying one of the funniest things you said lately when you said clowns are poor, and they're so poor they have to cook, they have to make stew out of their balloon animals. I looked at that and I laughed. So, hello Kelly, how you doing? Yeah, my skin is still like ice. My back, my arms are frozen, my hands are frozen. And unfortunately I still got the drain flies. I have to go get apple cider vinegar and really work on the kitchen and kill these things off. Although I have put some in a can, and they're dying, about 50 of them at a time. I don't know. But I'll have my red wagon, I hope. So I may go to Walmart tomorrow and get the red wagon and assemble it. We will see. She hadn't gotten her food card yet. $1,300, $1,400 worth of food almost, and no card. So I looked it up today, and it says so you're supposed to get it within 7 to 10 days. The date on the letter says the 25th of February, and this is the 15th of March. But I found another thing from the state saying it could take 30 days to get her card. I'm just mad because if she doesn't have to spend money on food, she could take that money and put it on a credit card, lower the credit card, or put it in the car fund. So I'm, other than my knees and being, I'm still freezing. I'm not warm enough yet. I mean, I just drank a whole cup. I'm drinking ginger ale, but what I want to do is go under the covers. Little girl is sleeping on the blanket that's on top of the comforter that's on top of the foot pillow that's also on top of the electric blanket. So she will not be happy. I mean, she was being so cute, blinking her eyes and opening her mouth and meowing, silently meowing, silent meow, silently meowing at me. So, but I'm getting under those covers when I get done. I'm not taking a hot shower unless it gets to the point where I can't get warm. I already took one before I left. And I have this weird stuff in my arms. I think it's from the English ivy. Yeah, colder than a troll's heart. Yeah, yes. You're right about that. But do they have a heart, or is it just a lump of powdered coal that they tried to use to cure the poison in them, and it didn't work? Undercover boss? Was ist los, undercover boss? I am not the undercover boss. And I posted on the guy from Pittsburgh Paranormal News Forum the news about Yaphet Kotto, who is a movie actor, alien, Live and Let Die, and on the TV show Homicide, Life in the Streets or something. And he was also, it was a kind of Amish takeoff. He was a Mr. Big type in an episode of the A-Team, so I posted that clip today. So, no updates. I called her and she's tired. And the other problem, she's having a problem today while I was on the phone, and I started yelling at her, "We get the hell out of there because I can't hear you. It's like an echo chamber." Whatever she's eating is making her go to the bathroom. And go to the bathroom, and go to the bathroom, and go to the bathroom, and go to the bathroom. And I finally said, I will let you go because it's getting really hard to hear you. And all I hear is this giant echo, and I can't hear half your words. So Now, I am going to buy in the next 60 or 90 days, probably 90, the Echo Show 10. And the interesting thing about the Echo Show 10 is, why are you going, oh no? Oh yeah, that. Yeah, it sits on the table, and it's got a round base, and then it's got the screen, and it will follow you around the apartment. And then if you get I think it's not the Nest, I can't remember the name of it. For $5 more, you get this thing. I'll probably buy it separately. They have a deal right now. If I can come up with the money, you get $100 off the second one. And I will get Kathy a crummy Android phone, God help her, so we can do or I gave her a Kindle, an Amazon Fire, but she's never used it. So if we can put Amazon on something, get that working, then she and I can talk on the phone live. She can see me, and she goes, "Oh, good, no, I can see you." Yeah, you know, you're so happy. But the nice thing, if you get that device, you put it up in your house, then it will tell you between the Echo Show going back and forth, following you around the room, and the other device, which name escapes me, it will notify you on your phone or your tablet whether or not you're having a fire, an explosion, gas, carbon dioxide, burglary. I don't know if it tells you about earthquake, maybe. So you can rush home or whatever if something goes wrong. So, but hello, Jack. How you doing? And I did finally delete one clown last night because he said he intimated about me physically assaulting Kathy, which I don't do, and I'm not going to put up with that. So, and I'm kind of clowned out. I'm just, so, I'm sick and tired of that. She did a restraining order against me. She dismissed it. It never happened. She's admitted that it never happened. They keep bringing it up. So, yeah. Well, I don't know where all these clowns are coming from, but I've been doing this for 10 years. All of a sudden, I have this invasion of the clown people. As long as they're not killer clowns, it's not. But I don't want 50 of them here at a time. That would drive me crazy. So and so the clown, so and so the clown, so and so the clown. So how's the baby? First I've heard of it, but then I don't go into look. I watch Jay Leno's Cars. I watch cat videos. I watch stimulus. I watch credit videos. I watch Lucky Pharaohs, and I watch taco stacks getting stuff off the curb and reselling it or selling it at flea markets or turning it into scrap and getting metal from that. I don't look at clowns. I want to look at clowns. So, yeah, you should always just go in. There's one thing they haven't figured out. They counterfeit it, but they haven't figured out how to hack it, and that's money. Go in. I don't know what you drive. Go in and hand them a 20 for gas. 20 on 4 and go out. As long as some clown doesn't start pumping your gas in his tank, which I've seen happen, you're okay. You've got your gas. They aren't going to rip you off in your bank card. And I worked in gas stations, so I know they can put skimmers on there. They can put skimmers in the ATM either, so nothing is sacred. So, if you're going to do that, yeah, I'm glad she has help. So, Yeah, this is why you've got to be aware of your surroundings. And I don't know what station you're doing. Arco used to have this problem in California with those skimmers. And other stations have too in Sacramento. So it's a problem. Excuse me. Now I have the VPN on the phone. I have the VPN on the computer. So hopefully that will cut down the trolls. Well, Trump tried to warn you all. Trump said your gas prices are going to go up. He didn't bring up the Keystone Pipeline. I guess he thought Biden wouldn't shut down the Keystone Pipeline. That lost not just pipeline workers, but the people that provide parts, the pipeline and the trucks and all that other, about 200,000 jobs. I don't think any of those people will be voting for Kamala Harris. So I hope she recovers from this. No, in fact, I don't even know who Tori Amos is. So I know Tori Spelling, because she's broke and she's fighting with her mother to try to get money. And she's been spending money and she owes maybe millions on credit cards. They may be, but I'm not going to worry about it. I mean, I was told today that they're posting pictures of me in the video, and my friend who told me that it says ridiculous. It's a blur. There's nothing to look at. And, they're idiots. I had 2 relatives die of cancer. I had 1 girlfriend die of cancer, cervical or ovarian, after she just had a baby 6 months before. That hit me hard. She wasn't a girlfriend. We were starting to get very friendly with each other. Not in the bed so much as we liked each other's company. And she was only like 22. And we met, and we spent a lot of time together, and we had dinner in our apartment, and saw the baby, and she was so happy to have the baby, and then suddenly she told me, weeping one day, I'm dying. And that was really horrible. So, and Kathy's mother died of cancer. So it yeah, well, Tori Spelling is bland cereals. What kind of cereals are bland cereals? I don't know. I'm a Frosted Flake Sugar Pops, man. Don't do no Fruity Pebbles. Don't do no Kicks. I don't think they still make that stuff. I will occasionally get a box of Captain Crunch, but not the peanut butter. Sugar Smacks, yes. The only problem with Sugar Smacks is you get the stickiness. I don't think they're still sticky. You get them all over your hands. You get them stuck. I had them stuck to my hair one day. I sneezed and they went up in the hair. Dig 'em, dig 'em. Remember the frog? Dig 'em, dig 'em, dig 'em. Yeah. So I have Kellogg's. I'm hoping one day to have a way. Maybe I was looking. Kathy would kill me. I was looking at, and I don't know the difference between UHD and OLED. I think OLED is better. I was looking at a Sony today, 65 inches, OLED. I think it was $2,000. Imagine if that were behind me and or in front of me, or that were a computer monitor. Kathy would murder me. You got that, and I only got this for $300. So yeah, brand, don't eat. I got this big bowl, and one day I decided I was hungry. This is when I was not this overweight. I ate not one big heaping bowl of bran, I ate two and just about died. Don't eat two big bowls of Raisin Bran, no matter who makes it, whether Post makes it or whether Kellogg's makes it. I won't repeat that. Your wife gets smacked all the time. Okay, now we know your secret. Gets smacked by a frog holding a box of cereal. Oh, God. I have my Kellogg's towels here, my Tony the Tiger tie, my Tony the Tiger radio, a Tony the Tiger camera, which they probably don't make film for anymore. And I have some Tony the Tiger cereal bowls and the toucan from Fruit Loops, but I would never use them because I'm afraid I'd break them. They're rather collectible. Yeah, Red Baron. Oh yeah, the tombstones now have gone up in price. They're $5 a tombstone. And as we used to say about the Reno shunts, that stuff will kill you. Tombstone tends to be kind of spicy. What do you think happens if you eat two bowls of bran? I didn't know that bran was fiber, I'll put it that way. It is. I don't even know what bran is. Where do they get it from? I don't know. Maybe Mars. Maybe the Pleiadians, the aliens get it. I don't know. Now, you had one series of emojis. I'm going to just allow one. Yeah, well, the reason Kathy would kill me, I think this might have been an 8K or a 6K. Now, the Macs will not support 8K, which is weird. And the guy that I wrote an email to about the $400 iMac, I have not heard from. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, if I get the stimulus, I'm going to send him a picture of me holding up $400 bills. I'm ready to buy. Please call me. Yes, but I'm not going to repeat it, Jack. Yeah, I don't know what this UHD is. Kathy's got a UHD. Yeah, well, I normally don't allow that kind of reference on here, so don't keep using that emoji, please. Well, I eat it for the raisins, but I innocently, oh boy, I'm eating this, I'm enjoying the sugar and the raisins, and I had cramps like you wouldn't believe. That's all I'm going to say. 2 or 3 days of absolute screaming agony. And I have not eaten a bowl. I won't even look at those stuff when I go by the cereal aisle. I go right past it. But I love raisins. And they've gotten so expensive anymore either. I haven't bought raisins in months. So, and they have such weird cereals now. I'm going like, what the heck is this cereal? What is that cereal? And the weirdest one is Music's. Kathy likes this cereal by Post that I think it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And there's another one she likes. And there's Kashi or Casca or something like that. I don't know what the heck that is. Now this morning, no Priuses yet. We're not there yet. We're not even close. If we get the $600 state check, and I'm gonna give Kathy $400. She's gonna put in 14. That's 18. That's 25. I owe $300 to the car fund. That'll be 28. We got 7. Am I doing this right? Hold on. 7, 14 is 21. 4 is 25. And if she drops 6, that's 31. And if I give her half of that, that's 34. And then there's another thing, I'm not going to discuss it, but both of us could wind up at almost $900 a piece. So, and it's legal, there's nothing wrong with it. But if we get that, I am willing to take that and give the anything over 800 I'll keep. The small amount, it's about 880, 884 or something. I'll give her the 800. So we have another 1,600, and that gives us well over $5,000. But I figure we need about 7. Where would I vacation if I could go anywhere? Well, if I had a place to eat, and it'd be a little difficult to watch TV because of lag time, and the micrometeorites, you'd have to build a cave or find a cave. I'd go to Mars, nice and quiet. Or the moon. Same thing there, gotta have a place to hide on the moon. Gotta hide from the aliens of the dark side. And those 2 guys from Boinkle Moose, I'm sure they're still on there. I don't remember their names, so they had these weird little mustaches. Floyd and something. I'm sure they're on the moon. And then Mars, you gotta watch out for Marvin. So, my dream vacation, this is if I were younger and weren't all physically messed up, and if I had a house, had a caretaker, a maid, butler, all that stuff, I would hire someone to go with me. They got to do the driving. And my dream is to attend one Major League Baseball game in every Major League Baseball park. And, of course, follow my Pirates. Kathy would run over the Mars rover, yes. She'd also run over the face on Mars. I don't know where the Maldives are, or Dives. Somewhere in the ocean, that's all I know. Well, I'd go to Israel if it were safe. I'm not going to go there with the Gaza going wild with the Palestinians and whoever the heck they're called now. I got my peace plan for the Middle East. Get a whole bunch of shipping containers, put aluminum chairs and aluminum tables, and everybody sits in there in the underwear, and we lock the doors and say, you get out when you make peace, and put them in the Negev desert in about 140 in no shade. They'd make peace fast. Taking in a valet, a young apprentice. Yeah, just say me. This is how you use the Force, young Jedi. I would be accused of child molesting with some troll if I brought in a male and a female. I'd be accused of being unfaithful to Kathy. What I need is an apprentice robot. R2-D4. I don't want to cruise. I've seen what happened to the Andrea Doria, the Titanic, and the Poseidon. I'm not going to no cruise. And the Ile de France and the oh my God, what, Normandy. So I ain't going to no cruises. Oh, Lusitania, let's not forget them. And the Wilhelm Gustave. I may have the name wrong on the second part. Torpedoed by the Russians, the greatest loss of life in a passenger ship ever. Kathy's a scary driver. She'll get mad and start arguing with me, or she likes to talk to you while moving her head this way. Now, will you watch the road? And several times I've almost opened the door and leaped out because it's just, she's scary. And she said, when I drive, I don't pay attention. I said, that's because I'm trying to pay attention to the road and the signals, and you're sitting there yakking the whole time. And I'm going, will you please be quiet for a while? She was on the phone today. She wouldn't shut up. And I had a splitting headache this morning. I finally said, if you ever want any help, you want any more help from me? Or do you want me to remove your phone number from my phone and never talk to you again? I had to say that 3 times because she wouldn't. Maybe, I wonder if Devil's Island's for sale. Maybe I could buy that or the place with Papillon and just clear the jungle out and live there. It's peace and quiet. So, Well, I don't know. You know, that one in Antarctica tipped over. The one in Italy, it tipped over. And then they had Legionnaire disease. It's another reason ain't go no cruise. I'll go on a cruise if we get Gavin McLeod to run the new Love Boat. I'd feel safe with him and what is his name? Siegfried. Bernie Capel. Bernie Capel and Gavin McLeod running the ship. The doctor and the captain. I'd feel safe. Yeah, they have. No, I'm not going to try to mediate anything because Patty won't talk to me. Oh, Ocean. No, I didn't know that. But what is Mazen? Is that Ocean's 11 in Yiddish or something? I don't know. Or some other language. No. I don't have a license right now. It's suspended. Kathy has to drive the car. Now, there is a thing. If I win the lotto, and I buy the house I want, and I have 40 acres of land, in California, and I presume it's the same way in Nevada, you can drive on private land without a license. I can drive my car all I want. Yeah, but what does Mazen mean? I can drive my car all I want on my own land without a license, so... And if I had enough money and bought all the surrounding land, then I'd have like 160 acres to drive my 4x4 on. Now, if I get the Canadian egg-shaped scooter, that is not, it doesn't need a license. And the third thing, I'd have to have my workers or bring someone in to build me a concrete ramp with a railing, so I wouldn't have to step up or down very high with my bad knees, and I would relearn to and put the animal up to the side so I can climb on my horse. Well, I've hit 3 out of 6 a number of times. I've hit 4 out of 6 a number of times. My numbers keep coming up, and years ago I hit 4 out of 6 in the 5th and 6th number, 1 digit off. I figure if I play the same numbers all the time, eventually it's going to hit. I may be dead by the time it does, but I don't know. My car sits in the garage. The problem is, I can get the scooter for 10 grand plus tax and have it delivered. Where am I going to put it? I don't know. Maybe under the stairs. I'll get permission from my neighbor under the stairs. I can't park it on the street. It's not a motor vehicle. I can lock it up. Then I have to charge it. And I don't know how the hell I'm going to run an electric cord from my apartment down to the street. Now, there are certain places that have charging stations, but they're not, prevalent is not the right word. They're not all over the place like you'd like them. No, Orangey came up to me night and went rah, 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 and wanted petting, and I said, come here, my baby, come here. You're the number one boy, the number one Orangey, the number one baby cat. You're the baby, you're the Orangey, you're my baby kit, my baby boy. And I baby talk to him, and he came up for the first time in weeks, rah, 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 but it was daylight. I think he's afraid of the raccoons. And I didn't have the shopping cart. So, you know what? I know it's a random number generator, but I have noticed that certain numbers do come up frequently. Whether or not it's random or not. I once played roulette. I put black 7 times and hit 7 times, and I got frightened and took half the money off. The 8th time it turned red, but I had stopped. You know, but where am I going to get a chance? Right now, let's see, which one was it? The Powerball is 184 million. Where am I going to get a chance to win that kind of money for $2? Think about it. There's no lawsuit going. I am not going to have a lawsuit. I got the paperwork for the county. I got to ask my attorney friend when I go down there one day when he's in the office, how do I interpret this one paragraph, then turn it in and see how much money I'll get. They might say, we're going to give you for the pain and suffering a couple of grand. I'll be happy with it. But Kathy has to have the car because she's got a license. And it's even harder for her to get around. She's had to walk carrying her groceries home when she missed the bus, and she's screaming in pain for days. And she has to take me to doctor's appointments and take me to go shopping. So, but I'm going to get a second vehicle. I've already got the paperwork for the state. If I pay off my traffic fines, and all I do is find an attorney, fight this out with the DMV, restore my license, without my having to take a test, without my having to pay the $75 fee, partly on principle, and then I can go driving. Because I didn't do anything wrong. Well, I have thought, actually I've gone to the store and said, you know, I think it's going to come up tonight. And I don't have the money, or I'm very low on money, I don't spend it, and that's happened twice in the last 3 months. Or not, 3 of my numbers came up. It wouldn't have been much money, but they came up. I just get a sense, but my mother would have known. Bam! So, I would like to try an experiment, but it would be different than the old ways, to see if I could psychically control the slot machine or the spin of the wheel on the roulette table. So, yeah, it's 6 months. They've already told me I will get something. I don't know how much, because their driver is clearly at fault. I mean, here's the paperwork right here. And I've got to fill it out. And description of the claimed injury, damage, or loss. And I don't understand this one paragraph. Basis for computation. The amount of claimed exceeds $10,000. Whether the claim would be a limited civil case. I will probably put the limited civil case for 10 grand, 10 to 25, and you know. No, I've got the partial list of housekeepers, but some of this is stuff I have to do on my own. They don't know what I've got to throw out. I talked to the woman at length on the phone who is the person that deals with claims at County Connection. So I'm not worried about it. I know the general manager of County Connection. I have talked to her on the phone at length about other issues, and I sent an 8-page letter, and she said, I remember the letter. I said, I never got a reply, because the guy no longer worked for us, that's why. I had a driver call the police on me because I got on the bus till I was chewing a cookie. Yeah, well, that's another thing. When I get the iPhone, there is a California Indian casino in San Pablo, but the only problem is they allow smoking, and it's like electing an Indian pope. You when they're once you're gasping for air. But if they would allow me, I would film the slot machines. That's very popular now. People watch you play slots. So I put $10 in, $20 in. I might lose my shirt, but it would be fun. I'm not going to take the whole stimulus check. When I started on that table, I bet $10 on black. I went to 20. I pulled back half. I was at 300 when I quit, but I could have had a lot more money with 7 blacks. And I just did the Wesley Snipes non-psychic rule, always bet on black. You only got 2 things that hurt you, red and 00. You got a 1 out of 3 chance. I also understand the game. It's very high powered. I would like to play Chemin de Fer, Baccarat. It's a tough game to win at, but you have to have a stake as the bank. No, it's ginger ale. They were out of canned pineapple, and they're out of pineapple juice. There's a shortage of pineapple. I don't know why. Maybe they found out that pineapples can fly. I don't know. Got there twice. Nope. It's on the truck. Okay, you've got three things in roulette, unless it's a European wheel where they have a 0 and a 00. You get 00, black, or red. I don't believe this 1 to 32, or 18 and 19 to 36 and all of that. I don't play numbers. Every once in a while I put 28 my birthday. And I lose. So I put $10 on black. Bam. Now I did it another time. Started out with $2. Guy next to me was drinking, spending thousands, losing his ass off. His girlfriend was getting mad at him and looked at me like I was Diamond Jim Brady. I left the table with a stack of money, but it was $400. I quit. And the thing is, you go and you say, I got $50. I lose the $50, I'm done. I do like what Jacob does. He has a little box you can buy. He wins a big jackpot. He puts at least $100 in there, and it's got a key, and he leaves the key at home. So he goes home with some money. He doesn't go home completely broke like a lot of people do. And he hit one the other day for $1,600. He loses money too, though. But he's getting a huge following on YouTube. Horse racing is fun, but you got to study the form, you got to study the breeding, you got to look at the trainer, you got to look at who the mother of the horse is, the father of the horse, with how it runs in mud, how it runs in dirt, how it runs on the turf, whether it's young or whether it's old, whether it's from out of the country. It is. I used to go with my friend Charlie a track, and it's like you need a mental computer. And they actually had horse racing computers where you could use them to pick the odds, but I would just say I like the name. Or my friend Glenn Lawrence. The Glenn Lawrence met that he would bet $2 in every horse in the race to win. Made a lot of money at that. Lost money some days. No, Kathy gets bored easily. In fact, I've told her, what would I do in Vegas? Go to the shops. I can't buy anything. Go to the shops. Give her $100, go buy something. There's so many stores and shops in Vegas. You could spend your whole time in Vegas never being in a hotel room, never gambling. You just go to all the strip malls and the, stores and stuff. Or I could send her to Circus, her native habitat. I don't... where the clowns reside, Look, it's the elephant. It looks just like Patty, or the hippo. I've been in Circus. Very noisy. If I had stayed in Vegas and gotten Mr. Sinatra to get me a casino job, I would have been a retired executive by now. I know it. And then nobody would give me any crap because, this guy in Reno, he's giving me a bunch of crap. We'll take care of it, boss. Guy in Missouri is giving me a bunch of crap. We'll take care of it, boss. Hey, we understand you're giving Mr. Senda a bunch of crap here. What are you going to do about it? I can do whatever I want. You get... Ooh. What'd you do to the guy? Oh, he had a change of heart. We impressed upon him the error of his ways. So, yeah, spa day. Yeah, spa day for Kathy. They got enough mud? I don't know. Mud bath, Yeah, send over a couple of my boys to take care of you. You know, Mr. Guy in Reno. Well, you right-handed or left-handed? Uh-huh. You're right-handed. Well, you don't need that left-handed. Put the hand in the vise. Now you're going to talk. And you're going to pay. You're going to tell me all your cronies on the internet. I take care of all of them. Gently persuade them. Say it's not a good thing to troll George Senda. Just like it's not nice to mess at Mother Nature or the Lone Ranger. Yeah, a couple of my boys would go over. Teach them how to be a human wiffle ball. Or a pin cushion. I don't know, I've fallen in mud, didn't help me, and he just got me dirty. You know, I worked in the adult industry, burlesque shows, and after knowing a lot of strippers and porn stars, it's like eating too many M&Ms. You get sick and tired of them after a while. I have no interest going to a strip club. Not anymore. What am I going to do? It's like going into C's Candy. I'm not allowed to eat it. I just look at the showcase, but I can't eat any of the candy. So, and Kathy would kill me anyway. Find a blonde hair in my shirt and that'd be the end of me. I mean, I'm still hearing about the brunette I went to bed with 30 years ago in Sacramento. She still throws it up my face. No. I was not in movies. I said I worked in the adult industry, but had nothing to do with the movie. I was in the retail side. But you got to meet a lot of people who were porn stars and strippers, so. And my late friend Mark wrote scripts for porn film. Friday went to the hospital, he was dead on Monday, and I was very upset. He was a wonderful person, and so was my friend who lived with him, and he said, the next time you come down, I'll sit down with you, I'll teach you how to write a porn script. And I said, what do you make for those? He said, between $8,000 and $12,000. Well, I would have been set. And this is before the explosion of DVDs and internet porn and all of that. This is back in the 80s, so I would have had a good income. But he had died. He gave me his Chevy. Now, how do we get the creature from the Black Lagoon to rapper with the seaweed? I like having fun with Kathy. I got her mad today. Cleo the cat came out, row, row. She goes, you're already fat, Cleo. You don't need any more food. I go, I didn't know she got fat. Is she really that fat? No, I just said that. I said, maybe she takes after her cat mother. And Kathy hung up the phone. I get these zingers that come to my head and click. Then I call back later, I'm sorry, but they're funny when I say them because it just pops into my head. And I gotta say it. The comedic part of me has to say it. I don't know how much would you pay for an adult clown movie. What would that be? What would the... let's see. Seltzer sex spectacular there, because you got to have a seltzer bottle to be a clown. And a horn. That might be a problem if all the clowns set off their horns at once. If you have one of those the cocky films. All the clowns have sex at once, and they're all honking their horns when they get excited. Noses are being honked too. Then you might turn into a nose fight. They pull their noses off and start throwing them at each other. Then a food fight. They have pies and food, you know. No, I'm not a Mensa member. I'm not a Mensa member. I tried the Mensa test and failed miserably. If this one is like this and this one turns at a 45-degree angle, what is the next one? I go, damn if I know. I was a cashier, not a geometrical mathematician. The hell do I know with abstract shapes? I got enough trouble putting the cereal in a bowl. Backseat Prius Passion 13. Yeah, right. Oh my God. George Senda's Prius Passion Punch for lovers. There you go. Yeah, well, you know, they wouldn't give me money to go to Alien Con. We tried that with Curtis Thornton. We were going to go to Alien Con, and our plan was to go to Vegas. And they wouldn't pay the $1,500 we both needed to go to Alien Con. They would have gotten some good stuff. They would have gotten live podcasting with phone calls. So the people that watch this channel were too cheap to donate to send us to Anaheim and to send us to Vegas. We did a couple podcasts together. They're fairly popular. Yeah, with pineapple juice. Let's see. Here we go. Here's a clown porn film. Clowns, cherries, and cars. There we go. Well, they have to have the people putting the, I can't remember the phrase they use in the industry, the regular movie industry. Not service cart, but they craft table. They feed everybody. You're there, even porn films, they take hours to film, so you need to eat, you know. Coffee, tea, whatever it is. Well, those idiots that did this horrible podcast that was on twice, they promised me no trolls would call up, and then they let one of the Belgab trolls on. I said the word Belgab. And he proceeded to attack me. And then they had him as a guest next week, and he had an hour and a half of totally made up stuff. So, no, for consumption. They got a craft table for food. You got salmon, you got roast beef, you got cheese, you got sandwich makings, you got potato salad, whatever you need. Even in the regular movie industry, they call lunch, and everybody goes, gets a plate, and they eat. I used to be, but it was more beginner's luck. How well I would do, and the other problem is, will my knees stand? I'd have to lose about 100 pounds to go professional poker, like the World Series of Poker or a World Poker Tour, because I don't know if I could sit there that long on my knees. And I've watched enough movies being filmed that I know it can take hours too. So, and everybody's hungry. And if they're doing it at night, they're freezing. They need coffee, they need hot chocolate, they need heat source. And you need heat source if you're doing a clown movie because the balloons will sag. And you can't do a porn clown film with saggy balloons. Oh, God. I think so. They got celery, carrots, radishes. whatever the heck else is there. You know, I haven't been to a movie set in about 25 years. No, I've not been to Mexico. Full of Mexicans. It might be crowded there. I don't know. No room for you. You're too big to get into the country. My friend who died, his roommate was a stripper and part-time porn star. So, and now she is doing other things, perfectly legal. So, I don't know if they want adult stars in there because this is still a family channel. We're talking about it, but well, people, my knees are starting to kill me. I'm getting hungry, and this is a very cramped position to be in. I need like a Barker Lounger or that what is that company? Lazy Boy. I need like a giant Lazy Boy, about the size of Montana. You know, just lean back and have the camera right up here, and then I can just periodically go to sleep, and I could take a nap every 15 minutes, and you hear me snoring. That'd be a hell of a thing. You want 24 hours of George snoring. How do I keep the clothes on, the blankets on top of me? Could like clear spot in the room again? What do you mean? Could I clear a spot in the room again? What spot? I don't. Excuse me. The only problem with ginger ale, it makes me burp. I apologize. Spot in the room again. I don't know. Here comes a little girl. Hello, little girl. Clear spot to do videos in your room. Oh, you mean with the new device? Well, I could do it right there, but I'm in pain right now. So. I mean in the bedroom? Yeah, well, once it gets warmer, I'll start doing live videos out in the balcony. And hook up the phone to the charging thing and plug in the power strip and the 50-foot cord. Do it out there till it gets cold. I got to clean the bedroom up. Once the bedroom is clean, I'll start doing, oh, little girl is drinking water. All the cats have been drinking water like crazy lately. I don't know why. I haven't been using it much because there's not much room. I bought it to put it here, and my shoes are sitting there. And the tidy cat bin with the cat's food in it. So, oh God, we haven't been to anywhere. If you don't cut going to get cars and going to Kathy's storage, we went to Reno, and it has to be before my mother died. That's at least 4 or 5 years. She wants to go to Reno so bad, and she wants to go to Virginia City. And I go like, do you know how far the Cartwrights had to ride to go to Virginia City? There goes the little girl. No, I'm not going to have neighbors come here. It's too cluttered. They'd kill themselves. I almost kill myself all the time in here. There's too much crap in here. And I don't want the neighbors attacked by I don't want the trolls showing up and harassing my neighbors. That's not going to happen. Well, the first alien con was easy, and the first UFO con was easy. The second one, I had to drag all my luggage all around. The UFO con in Sacramento, where Kathy wouldn't give me a ride, was tough. that was the comforter. I haven't fixed it yet. I got to get an iron-on patch. And when it gets cold in here, I got the comforter, 2 blankets, the blue blanket, a blanket for my feet. I'm still freezing. And maybe I could make Kathy disappear in The Magician, you know. There's times if I go to Vegas once, I want to go by myself. I didn't realize it was that tough. I didn't realize it would be that hard to get there. She said that now, but she was getting angry at me then and refused to drive me to Sacramento. I came back. I got to the convention, sat down, and started screaming from the pain in my back. And that ended the convention. I didn't leave till Sunday. I got there Saturday morning, sat down and started screaming, and the whole function stopped. Everybody, are you all right? No, I don't know what's wrong with me. Luckily, I had my heating pad with me. I sat in a straight back chair in the lobby all night, and all the people came by. You okay? You want anything? I could use some coffee or some ice water, and they brought that by. And I sat there and read books and played on my iPad all night, plugged it in, and went to sleep. And in the morning, I dragged all my luggage down the street 6 blocks. I didn't know anybody to ask them for a ride. Got on the bus, got off the bus, got on the light rail, got off the light rail, got an Amtrak, came home, and then dragged the stuff home. And it took about 2 weeks of nonstop screaming before the pain went away. I'm not too happy about the idea either, but I've told her if she does that, I will kill her. Actually, what I've said, I'm going to get... Someone was offering a free trampoline. I will find a trampoline, I will jump on it, put it in her apartment, and jump on her on top of her in the bed. That way, I'm not driving George to the store, or to the doctor, or to conventions. I said, I told her with that car, I'm not going to put up with this crap anymore. And if I have to, I'll do the one thing that she wouldn't like. I'll take the keys away. I can't drive the Prius without keys. So, but if I save up for the second car, if I had to, I could drive my own car or get someone to drive me. So, well, look, people, I have to go because my knees are killing me. I got to ice them down and have something to eat. Yeah, fun, fun, fun till I take the Prius away. The little old stripper from Pasadena. Ba, 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 ba. What she can do with a stick shift, you don't want to know. Ba, 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 ba. You and me and clowns on the beach, just out of reach. See all the clown noses bob. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. If I were a rich man, I would buy Nevada and Arizona too. Everybody would be stopped at the border and say, what are your political orientation? And if you don't want to be nice, we have you go away. There's one thing I would like to do. If I became rich, some guy wrote Jay Leno a letter when he was at a talk show talking about motorcycles. Jay called him up on the phone. I would love to meet Jay Leno and talk about cars. That'd be so cool. Well, she's not going to do it this time because I've told her if you do it this time, I will take away the keys. And it's about $225 to get a set of keys made. So I do have the advantage this time, though. I can use Lyft. They didn't have Lyft with the last Priuses, or at least I wasn't aware of it. You know, if I could come up with the money of that scooter, I could have a clown go with me. Ride shotgun, or what would that be? Seltzer gun. Or what is that thing they hit people with? That it's like foam rubber or rubber. It's a clown bat, you know. The clown could be my bodyguard, you know. Picks up the seltzer bottle and yeah. No. Don't even think about living together. That ain't never gonna happen. We've done that 6 times, plus she stayed here for 4 months. I finally said 2 words, get out. I couldn't take the nagging anymore. Well, the car's going to be in both our names, so she'll need me to sell it. And Patty bitch, where's the car in his name? The car's in my name because no, she's not going to have the keys. If I go over there and she lets me in, I'm going to just grab the keys and say bye-bye and call the lift to take me home. But she knows that she needs my help, particularly if Patty does move to Las Vegas. I'm the only one she can talk to. So, anyway. Oh, I figured out with $184 million, I wind up with $130 million. I can always get another caddy for $130 million. I'm sorry I traded you in a younger model. A young upcoming clown. Then I could go, listen, clown. No. I'm not moving in with Patty. Patty is mad at me. No, I need a hotel on my own. Look, we stayed at one hotel. I couldn't sleep because Kathy snores. So we go to Vegas. We're getting 2 rooms so I can sleep. But people, my behind and my knees are killing me. I got to go. Have a good night. Next time, donate, please. That'd be appreciated. This is George Senda, the real, whoever I used to be. Guy from Pittsburgh. Excuse me for burping. Oh, my God. Have a good night. Stay warm. Stay safe. And I'll catch you next time. And, I need to lie down. My knees are hurting me, and I'm going to have to sadly move little girl who's enjoying the blankie. They love the knit blankets my mother made. I would go by myself. So, do a video stalking the wild buffet at the strip club. There are no strip clubs open in Vegas now. It's very sad. I don't know what the adult-oriented drunks are doing right now because of that. You know, our strippers an endangered species. I think they are in Las Vegas. Okay, that's it. Bye-bye.